It's morning again in America. And under the leadership of President Reagan, our country is prouder and stronger and better. Why would we ever want to return to where we were less than 4 short years ago?
Hi, I'm Ronald Reagan. You're probably wondering how I got into this situation. Well, let's start at the beginning. I was elected president in November 1980. I promised to fix the economy after liberal Jimmy messed it up. More about that later, but in other words, I wanted to make America great again. Yeah, I came up with that. In 1981, I was shot by John Hinckley, who was trying to impress an actress. It didn't work out. After I got out of the hospital, I decided to follow in my buddy Nixon's footsteps with the war on drugs. I cracked down on cocaine users, but not the white ones. It was also around this time that I came up with the Strategic Defense Initiative program. Critics called it the Star Wars program, but joke's on them, that sounds even cooler. Basically, the program is a giant space laser made to fight the evil Soviet Empire. Scientists said that it was infeasible and we didn't have the invented technology to do that yet. But what do they know? Anyways, I had this economic plan called supply side economics. People who didn't like my plan called it trickle down economics. Basically, I wanted to have massive tax cuts for the rich. I mean huge tax cuts for the rich, like massive 30% tax cuts for the rich. This part of my plan was called the Economic Tax Recovery Act, and in 1986, my Tax Reform Act cut taxes by another 23%. Once again, just for the rich. It's not like it mattered for the poor anyways, they're poor enough. But in the middle of my presidency, there was a massive recession. But I don't think that had anything to do with my programs. I mean, the national debt did triple during my administration, but that's a problem for future presidents. Oh yeah, but from 1985 to 1987, I was implicated in the Iran-Contra scandal. The government was accused of illegally selling weapons to Iran and funneling the profits to the Contras, a brave group of rebels fighting their communist government in Nicaragua, which was also selling crack cocaine back to the US rebels with the help of the CIA, which is so not true. Alright, well maybe it is, but I didn't know about it. Alright, maybe I did, but they couldn't prove it. Oh yeah, remember that evil empire I mentioned earlier? They actually turned out to be pretty cool. I became BFFs with their new leader, Mikhail Gorbachev. We had some strategic arms reduction talks, also known as START. Wait. Gorbachev was pretty cool about it, but we both ended up reducing our nuclear arsenals by about 50%. In 1987, I also asked him to tear down the Berlin Wall.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
And eventually, he did it. What a guy. By that time, it was the end of my second term as president, so it was time for me to go home. Thanks for watching my video. See you next time. Nancy, how do I turn off the camera? I don't see a green. Oh, there it is.